Of all the ways to describe Jaromir Jagr, living legend is one of them. You didn't finish the game tonight. We know the sensitivity in asking about injuries, and so we won't. Just happy that you're here.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for taking the time to join us. In the limited time you played tonight, did you see enough to feel that you're close to 100%? And the second part of that question is, has Johnny Gaudreau asked you for an autograph yet?
Well, the first part of the question is, I feel better every game, and I look like the first, first few minutes on a power play, my teammate tried to, find me to score the goals, and I just.
Yeah, you were close.
I was close, and close is not enough. So.
Right.
I'm not happy about it. They try to pass all the time, and I couldn't finish it.
And the Johnny Gaudreau request.
He didn't ask me it.
But he will.
I don't think so.
Jaromir, a lot of players consider it an honor to even have played against you. Louis DeBrusque, in your first encounter with Jaromir, what do you remember about it?
Well, I remember we were set with the challenge. I wasn't. No. We were set with the challenge to try and shut you down that night. It was Craig McTavish, Kelly Buchberger, and myself. And what I remember vividly is I took 2 penalties on you in the first 10 minutes. And it was like grabbing onto a diesel engine or a train. That's how strong you were out of the corner. I consider myself a pretty strong guy back then, but have you always been that strong as far as being able to just brush people off when they're trying to check you?
Well, I think I was always that strong. I'm from the mother's side. I think that part of our family, it's pretty strong. Plus, I work so hard. Off the ice, my dad had to do 1,000 squats a day since I was 7 years old, so till 18. So it was a lot of squats, and I was living on a farm. So, playing hockey was so easy compared working on a farm, and we have to work like 5-6 hours a day. So, playing hockey is like a vacation to me.
Well, we're going to get more deeply into your strength and where it comes from as we move along here. But first, I want to deal with your Twitter account. It was must-read this summer when you weren't sure if you were going to get a job in the NHL. So read these tweets for us. This is the one you sent out on June 29th.
Yeah, everywhere I look, I read all free agents getting goals. I remember that. I thought it was pretty funny. But,
it was.
I look at the Twitter, and all the free agents were saying, "Oh, there's so many teams interested in me, and nobody calling us." So. And I thought I'd just put it down. It was kind of funny. So.
Okay, and then the one you said.
I didn't know it's going to take 3 months.
Okay, yeah. Well, the one you sent out the next day now. How about this one? Read that.
Yeah, I was a free agent '94, and everybody, all GMs called, and 2017 nobody called.
And you were strikingly buff on the left there.
That's the guy I was trying to haul down.
And then at the end of September, this one.
Yeah, that's my cat.
I just told my cat there is a chance to play in the NHL this year. So you had some fun with the job search, but as a player who had 46 points last year and 66 the year before, did you find it puzzling at all that a lot of teams were passing on you in favor of inferior players?
Well, to be honest with you, I love the game, so I wanna continue to play. On the other side, I understand the GMs. They want to go with the young guys. I don't blame them. I would probably do the same thing. But, the way I see it, I felt like I still can produce for some teams.
All right, tweet from Sam Obermeyer. Is that really your cat drinking tequila in that photo?
No, it wasn't.
Louis.
One of the things I've always wanted to talk to you about is the celebration you used to use when you scored the goals. Where'd that come from for you, and talk about that a little bit, just because you kind of set a trend, and now celebrations are so common with goal scoring that you kind of were the guy that really started that stuff off.
In Europe, we every time we score goals, we were happy about it, so we celebrated. So here it was kind of different. Like, when guys from NHL scored a goal, it was like automatic. Those 5 guys high. But in Europe, like the whole team have to jump on the ice. And I remember when I was a young guy. And my teammates score a goal. I didn't play very much. I have to jump and chasing the guy. And like the whole 23 guys try to catch the one guy who scored a goal. Then they change it, but we always celebrate it. So I always try to have fun with that. And it's not easy to score goals. So when I had a chance to score, I try to celebrate.
Here's a video question from someone you might recognize.
Hey, Eggs, what was it like growing up without motorized vehicles?
Did you hear him? Yeah. Christopher Stieg, what was it like growing up without motorized vehicles? It's a subtle shot at your age of 45.
Yeah, it is.
Which you haven't heard enough, I know. And you don't have to answer that.
Never heard that before, right?
Never did.
Jaromir, here's a tweet from Clayton. Do you still have a stack of your famous peanut butter hidden somewhere?
No, I don't. Last time I saw it was when I was playing Philly, so somebody brought it there, and I said, "Hey, make sure don't open it. It's 20 years ago, so don't open the peanut butter." But I don't have it. I didn't save anything.
What a coincidence that your biggest fans live in Calgary, the Traveling Jaggers. So I'm not sure what that does to the traveling part of their title, but they started out, I think, as a group of 6, and now have grown to 18 or so. What did you know about the Traveling Jaggers before you got here?
Well, after I come back from Russia, every time we play here in Calgary or Edmonton, they show up for the game. So it's kind of fun. I never seen anything like that before, and I met them, I think, in Edmonton, and since then, I really appreciate it that they do something like that.
I think it was a couple of seasons ago in Florida, you sent your girlfriend to find them in the stands.
Yes, I did.
And you met them after the game, and one of them said that you were worried that they were going to steal your girlfriend.
I was. But she went home with me, so I was happy about that.
Well, I got to tell you, they're treated like royalty everywhere they go, too. They really are. They came to Edmonton. I know Gene Principe did a thing with them this last year. And you know what? Everyone loves going up and talking to them, getting pictures with them. That's got to be pretty exciting having guys
well,
like
it's a nice
that.
tribute,
Just really,
they're nice. They're happy, so they're probably drunk all the time. So
one of the principal reasons that you're still playing in the league at the age of 45 is your legendary workout regimen. If I was to say to you, okay, Jaromir, I got a personal trainer for you, and you're going to spend an hour and a half in the gym every day, what would you say?
Well, you know what? I understand one thing. Because I love the game and I want to enjoy it, I have to work extra. There is no other secret about it. You have to work extra if you want to really enjoy the game and be good in it. And I don't mind to work hard because I know it's going to make me feel better during the hockey game.
But not those formal gym sessions, right?
Well, I'm trying to do stuff what I know it's gonna help me personally. You know what? 20 years ago, we practiced differently than the young guys practice right now. And you could say, we were riding the bike all the time. Mm-hmm. And, we didn't do anything else, just ride a bike. And my legs got stronger. But when you look at the young kids right now, all the power in skating is coming from the hips. And I don't have that. Right. I don't have that because, after the bikes, you're just using the bottom of the legs, and we never use the hips. So, everybody's saying I'm slow. This is the reason I think my skating's not the same like the young guys. Yeah. They don't practice. They didn't have to practice the way we did, and I had no other choice. I mean, we didn't know any better.
Well, part of your legend is the late night workouts by yourself on the ice, often with a weighted vest. Have you had one of these in Calgary yet?
I didn't. I didn't really had a chance to go there yet. Our practices are pretty hard, so
right.
It's enough. And if I don't have to, if I don't go on ice, I'm trying to work out at the hotel or at the gym.
Tweet from Brian Smith: what will be your late night workout tonight? But we know that you won't have one because of leaving the game early, so you don't have to answer that. We've dug up some video of you, I think after your first or second year in the NHL, on the farm in Kladno in the Czech Republic, where you were raised.
I want to see it. Yes, that's what happened.
And we're showing it because, and you talked about this earlier, your strength goes all the way back to
nice
work
jeans.
on this. Well, that was the style.
That's cool right there.
That was the style.
Your strength goes all the way back to work you did on this farm and the unique training regimen that your father developed for you. You've already mentioned that as well, but what kind of memories does this video bring back?
Well, you know what? To be honest with you, we still have the farm. We still have it. My dad just loved it. Mm-hmm. It was funny. I was talking about it because he's very rich. So I told him, why you do that? Why you still have to be on a farm? He's 76 years old, 77. He's still going on. He's still riding the tractor and everything. And he said, when I didn't have much money, that was the thing. It gave me a lot of money, so I can appreciate it and I respect that. So, this was my job. So I'm not gonna stop doing that because I don't have to. You know, that's the way he look at it, and I really appreciate it when he told me, because that's the same I look at it, even hockey.
Let's do a time lapse here of you through some early years. You can take us through these pictures, and we really can't go much further back than this, but in this one, looked like you might have been more interested in toys than hockey.
Oh, yeah. You know, back then, get some toys, it's hard to get during the communist years, so, you know, I was happy for anything. Yeah.
And then you in 78, 79, so I think you were 6 here. Were you playing hockey by then?
Yes, I did. I started skating when I was 2 years old, so, you know, I think I was already pretty good.
Yeah. Well, then some 6 or 7 years later.
You were.
6 or 7 years
I
later.
started doing the swabs back then, so 12 years old.
Okay, and then here you were at the age of 12, 6 or 7 years later. Do you recall back then being labeled as a special player?
You know, those workouts, the extra workouts that you know, told me to do it, I just take off. Like, you know, I was just getting better and better every day. And you know, back then nobody really worked out. Nobody really did anything. We just went to the rink and skate for 1 hour, 3 times, 4 times a week. But when I did the extra workout, it should take off, and I was playing with 3-4 years older than I was.
Then your draft day, June 16th, 1990, BC Place in Vancouver. Pittsburgh picks a strapping 18-year-old kid from Kladno. How nervous were you about coming to North America?
Well, you know, that's the first time I ever come to Canada or, you know, U.S. So, you know, I was pretty exciting. I don't know what to expect. And the agent I had my first year, they give us me and for my family too, my mother and my father, to chance to go to Canada, to United States, to visit, see the draft, and it was something special for our family.
All right, one more thing before we go to break. Mullets were in when you broke in, and yours was spectacular. So let's skip ahead to your to your 8th NHL stop, Florida. Roberto Luongo tweeted this out October 15, I think, and it was all about his commitment to get you to regrow the mullet. I think we have it here. You did, and you went on to, at the age of 43, a 66-point season. Here's the tweet. And you finished 7th in Hart Trophy voting. So how can we not conclude that much of your power comes from the legendary mullet?
That's what I always thought. That's why I did it. The power is in the hair, so.
Like Samson.
It doesn't work for me right now, but hopefully it's going to change.
Jaromir Jagr, one of the game's all-time greats, our guest on After Hours, an icon here and one in his homeland, and that's up for discussion when we come back to Scotiabank Saddledome in Calgary with more of After Hours.
Jagr intercepted, hangs on to it, and a good move, another good move, he's in, scores, what a goal!
There's only 4 people in the whole rink he didn't deke, and 3 of them are ushers.
Harry Neal with the wisecrack. There were only 4 people that you didn't deke in the building, and 3 of them were ushers. How vividly do you recall that goal?
Well, you know, it was probably one of the nicest I ever scored, and it was very important too. That started the game in Stanley Cup Finals, so you know it was an important goal, and I'm happy I scored like that.
I think Louis got a question about your diet.
Yeah, you know, you talk about working out all the time, but I saw something on you like to eat muffins. And sometimes the muffins, there'll be a few, 6, 7, 8, you even said. I want to know what's in these muffins that you like so much.
I cut it down. You know, I try to stay away from them. You know, there's a lot of sugar. So when you look at the young guys with the speed, so I have to trim my body down a little bit, and you know, I lost some weight. So I'm kind of working that way to help myself to play.
And that's something you said you had to do because of the way how fast the game is now.
Exactly. Yeah. So you know, we talk about a little bit with the new rules. When you cannot hold and grab, you don't have to be that strong anymore. Yeah. You don't have to be that heavy. The new trend of the NHL, it's all about speed, and skating. So if you want to play, you have to somehow adjust.
Jaromir, it's clear that you have always loved the game, but I guess we could fairly say that it wasn't always easy for you to express how much you loved it. So in 1999, I interviewed you for Hockey Night in Canada. You're not going to remember it because you've done 1,000 interviews since then. But you were just coming off a 127-point season. Wayne Gretzky had just retired, and the question was, why don't you embrace the role of ambassador for hockey? And this was your answer.
Honestly, I'm just telling you, I wish I can do it. I wish I can be that guy, but I don't think I'm ready yet. And probably the biggest problem is the language. I think the language is a big problem.
Well, I would tell you that you're making your point perfectly clear.
Well,
Do you not feel comfortable
not
dealing in English?
No, not at all. Not at all. You know, I felt like that for many years, and that's probably my fault because I didn't learn English more. But you know, before I just didn't want to talk to media because I just didn't want to think same kind of words over and over. And when they asked me some special question, I just couldn't exactly describe how I feel. That's why I decided not to talk to media before.
Are you working on the language now?
Not really. I should, but I don't do it.
So, Jaromir, 18 years later, how do you feel about your role as hockey ambassador? Because, like it or not, you become one.
Well, if you would ask me the same question right now, I think I would answer the same way. You know, if you want to be that guy, you have to be, be able to speak very good English, and I feel the same way like I feel 18 years ago. So.
Well, I'm going to say what I said 18 years ago. You're making your point perfectly clear. Your English is fine.
You're doing amazing.
Another leftover from Hockey Night in Canada, the 2013 playoffs in Boston. You were then. We do something in the postseason called video hockey cards, in which the player names his hometown and favorite player.
Hi, I'm David Krejci. I'm from Sternberg, Czech Republic, and my favorite player growing up was Jaromir Jagr.
Hi, I'm Jaromir Jagr from Kladno, Czech Republic. My favorite player growing up was Jaromir Jagr.
Yeah, but maybe it was my dad.
Hey,
It's my dad. There we go.
There's an out.
My dad. Yeah.
We know what
He
a
never
big,
played hockey, but it was my dad.
Yeah, you stole your
fair
favorite
enough.
guy, right?
we know what a big deal you are in North America. Jacob Voracek of the Flyers, who's from your hometown of Kladno, is well equipped to tell us what a big deal you are in your home country. He and Calgary teammate Michael Frolik say you are your country's best-known athlete. So here's Voracek's quote. "I've always said if he ever ran for president of the Czech Republic, he'd win it, and it might happen after he retires. Wouldn't surprise me if it did." Is Voracek onto something here?
I don't know. I like my freedom. I like my free time. I like the way I run my life. So I don't think I would go in politics. I'm not sure right now, but I like to be myself and do stuff for myself. It was doing the hockey career was so much pressure, and I just after I retired, I just want to enjoy my life a little more than I did during the hockey career.
All right, the follow-up then comes from John Menangello. I hope that's his name, or I hope I got it correct. It's a tweet, after your wonderful career, where will you call home and what comes next?
Well, it's tough to say. I was born in Czech, and my family's still there, and my parents still there, or my friends. So I'm probably gonna go back home. But last few years, 2.5 years, I spent in Florida, and it's a very nice weather there. So, and my girl loved that there. So I would stay in Czech, but for some months I would probably go back to Florida.
Hey, loving Florida, no one's going to hold that against you. We found this on YouTube. It's entirely in Czech, but I'm pretty sure I got the gist of it. And this speaks to your popularity at home. You're at home in Kladno. The paparazzi are parked outside your house. So you go outside, chat the guy up, and then for good measure, you decide to make him lunch.
And it's a huge sandwich.
Yeah, I think you might have been trying to kill him with the amount of butter you put in that bread. But anyway, most celebrities shun the paparazzi. Why this different approach, Jaromir?
Well, it was kind of, we started, with me and my girl, we started dating, so it was the first time we kind of come to Czech together, so everybody was waiting for us to take a picture, first picture together. And I left house and I saw, the cars there, and I knew it's probably some paparazzi, but I wasn't sure. So I took the car, drive around, stopped there, and then asked him, well, "What do you want?" And he said, "I'm waiting for your girl to show up." I said, "Hey, it might take 2 days." So I left, and I come back to the house. We make the sandwich, and I didn't want him to be hungry because I know he's gonna wait for a long time. So I tried to be nice to him.
What was on the sandwich? What was that?
I don't want to tell you.
It was a special sandwich.
No, yeah, it was a special sandwich.
Very gracious of you, because as Wayne Gretzky's often said, everybody's got to make a living. You said when you signed here, you wanted to have the experience of playing in a Canadian city, so the early returns are in now, and the tweet is from Carol Ann Antilli. Favorite thing about playing in Canada?
Favorite thing? The fans just love hockey. No question about it. I could see it right away soon I arrived. I think when you come to the game, most of the time it's sold out. They understand the game. They understand when you play bad, when you play good, and could be to your disadvantage too. You cannot say I play good because they know when you play good, when you play bad. They're honest, and they could see it because they understand that game. So, and that way it's not very good. When you don't play very well, it's not. I don't think it's good to live in Canada. But beside that, they appreciate when you work hard, when you do something special, and I really appreciate it. It's kind of extra bonus for hockey.
Here's a very interesting picture. It's of your stall in the Flames room. It underlines a lot about you, underlines your beliefs, certainly as far as spirituality is concerned. But what is the deal with the mullet wig hanging on the right there? It's not very clear, but that's what it is.
Yes,
it's a mullet wig.
Yes, it is. They gave it to me in Florida. It was a mullet night, and they gave it to me. And since then, I kept it in my bag, and just for good luck.
Tweet from Trent McNabb. Jaromir also spells Mario Jr. If you rearrange the letters in English, we call it an anagram. This can't be the first time you've heard that.
Well, I heard that in 1992 when I scored a goal. Right after I scored a goal, somebody bring up that. So that's the first time I heard that.
Okay, final question, and it's about the dressing room. If you're at your stall when the room is opened, it's a natural thing for the media when they stream into the room to flock to you. Do you have to work hard at not overshadowing your teammates?
Well, you know what? I really had a problem with the national team when I always come. They all want to, the media all want to writing about me, and all the articles was about me, and I didn't really want it to. I want to be part of the team. I don't need that attention in my life. I don't really enjoy it, but. If you argue with the media, you don't want to talk to them. They think in the wrong way. I don't know if that's why I had a lot of problem with the American or Canadian media before I kind of understand that that's their job. But I didn't do it. I didn't want to talk to them. But I didn't want to put extra attention on me. I just want to be part of the team. I don't want the guys be a little bit jealous.
Understood, and thanks very much for being so gracious with us tonight, Jaromir. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.
All right, Jaromir Jagr is still going strong 3 decades into his career.